is
Are we already
best
started recording?
just now.
Okay.
It's best time of the year. Um, you know what? I mean, you can guess what that is.
Well, let me guess. Football's back.
Football's back. You
Football
know,
is back.
at the time of recording,
Wow.
tomorrow will be the first regular season game of the season.
Yeah, but you're discounting Coach Prime, and I don't know if I appreciate that. Coach
Dude,
Prime is my guy.
someone
Yes, I did in fact hit a plus 700 money line bet on Coach Prime.
Well, yeah, someone told me it was I don't look at college football that often and someone told me it was like plus 20. I was like, "Honestly, I would have taken it."
I don't know how you couldn't have.
It's
They brought
prime game, first
they
game.
brought so much talent in. Not to mention Shadur Sanders, stamp it, first round pick. I called that last weekend. I wish I would have put it on blast,
I mean,
but
did
I'm
you see the
confident.
line for their next game with I think it was Nebraska?
I'm hammering it,
Yeah.
dude. There's no. I mean, that is a legitimate mortgage right there.
I mean, Travis Hunter is legit.
So is Shadur.
Yeah.
That freshman running back scored 4 touchdowns. True freshman running back.
They're saying that Shadur is almost solidifying himself to be a first round draft pick now.
I mean, that's one game,
I
but I'm all in. I'm all in. He's a first round pick to me too.
mean, I didn't even watch the game, but what I saw clips of, he looks insane.
We were at the Luke Bryan bar, and there were these TCU fans just over to the side. Everybody, I mean, we had probably like 40 people just going bonkers for Colorado. Oh, it was fucking awesome.
I mean, I'm just baffled that you can even disrespect the first game of the season with Prime.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't get it. Not a fan. I
Didn't
don't.
TCU lose like a bunch of their players too?
They lost, I think, 11 starters from last year. Uh, last year's teams. I mean, they brought back an okay amount. Their quarterback was supposed to be their starter last year before he got hurt. So it's like they had some talent. I wouldn't say it's not saying they're the team who went to the national title game last year, but they're solid.
What were they, 17th in the country? 19th?
Were they even ranked?
Yeah, they were. I think so. Check.
Then yeah, they were low teens, high 20s. I honestly don't even remember them being ranked. I was so focused on the prime scoreboard.
I'm kind of interested to
Those
see where they were
uniforms,
ranked.
those uniforms were slick. Colorado ones,
Yeah, they were clean.
they were very slick.
Yeah, 17th in the country.
All right, Coach Prime, 1-0, baby. Come on.
I mean, that program's going to be insane.
I can't wait. They're gonna win a national title if he stays.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And before we talk NFL, I want to say about your team, Ohio State. Do you think they're the third best team in the country?
I think they have the potential to be. Right now, no. They need to figure out their. I don't know. I don't know if Kyle McCord is necessarily the problem. I think they need to figure out how to best utilize him. I mean, they were pretty precautious on Saturday. Ryan Day, sorry, just needs to let it rip. I mean, this guy's got two, potentially three first round picks at wide receiver right now, all starting. Not to mention he's got a first round pick next year in Carnell Tate coming as their fourth wide receiver. I think they just need to utilize the skill they have and let him play. You
You,
can't. I mean, I know the kid doesn't have. He's not C.J. Stroud. He's not Justin Fields. But come on.
you're talking conservative play calling from Ryan Day. How about
Yeah.
conservative play calling from IU's coordinator?
Uh, he needs to be fired now.
I mean, you're
I
playing damage control when you're playing the third team in the country. You got to go see what you got. And you're one quarterback, yeah, he threw what, like 16 times, this Sorsby. And then Trace.
Taven.
Taven throws the ball 5 times, and he played more series.
It's just bad.
And then you know what he said after the game?
No.
That Sorsby and Taven are NFL prospects. And you're not throwing the ball. You're running it. So you go into week 2 now, still not knowing what to do.
Oh, it's so great.
Doesn't make sense. Allen needs to go. That whole staff needs to go.
It does.
They need to hire just young, hungry people.
Yup.
I mean,
Not Clemson's offensive coordinator.
not even. I mean, that team is bad.
It's Dabo's getting fired.
I mean,
I told you wrong when I said this isn't his last year. I think he might be out.
dude, yeah, he Most if he does that again, yeah, he's out.
It was bad.
I mean, I'm watching awful play calling. I mean, it's Shipley versus Shipley, right?
Yeah, Will Shipley.
Shipley versus the world. And
I just don't understand because Kate Klubnik last year when he played was unstoppable. Like they in the bowl game moved the ball at will, and then when he came in and played for him in the ACC championship game, the dude had like 300 passing yards.
I mean,
I didn't understand.
two things. One, when they were moving the ball decently well. I mean, I hope so. I don't know much about Duke, but they were moving the ball well. I mean, 4 trips inside the red zone, 1 for 4, 2 fumbles, and a missed field goal.
It's wild, dude.
And then they got a field goal blocked to in the first quarter. I saw he came up and it was true freshman starting kicker. I'm like, he's shanking this. I mean, it's inevitable. It's college kicker, and he's a freshman. Yeah, and he gets blocked. But anywho.
All right, back to NFL. Sorry.
No,
I had to get on the
right.
Coach Prime tangent.
Hey, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Chiefs Lions 8:20 Thursday night football game. Chiefs are currently 5.5 point favorites. Over under 53.5.
Is Kelsey playing? I thought I saw today he was a limited practice.
Limited practice. They're hoping the swelling goes down. No ligament damage. None of that kind of stuff. It's just like swelling and soreness right now.
Gotcha.
Do you play him? If he's 80%, do you play him? I don't.
Probably not. Probably not. But at the same time, it's like.
And nor do I want him to play. I mean, I just put $100 on that. So.
On the Detroit Lions, we're not gonna say that, but I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's so,
the lines shifted. It's on Bleacher Report. It is 4.5.
He's probably not gonna play then. I think the best play is to take the over because neither team is gonna be able to get a stop on defense. I apologize because last episode I went off on Chris Jones. He probably is the second best defensive lineman in the game right now behind Bosa, or maybe third behind him and Parsons, but
and then who's after that? Do you have Watt or
probably
Donald?
Miles? Probably Miles.
Oh, Miles over Watt?
Yeah.
I respect it. There's just a lot of good defensive guys who can take over a game nowadays.
I think actually no, I'd probably have TJ Watt over Myles Garrett. I think TJ Watt's
both insane.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of good D linemen.
Just was looking at this game. I saw a stat before we started today, and it was like the past 5 week 1 games for Pat Mahomes, and holy shit.
He's unstoppable.
He hasn't thrown a pick. 18 touchdowns and like an absurd amount of yards. Like he was like averaging 400 yards a game.
Yeah, I took his FanDuel boost. It was the happy hour boost plus 275 passing yards plus 100.
But you can only put $20 on it. 25.
25.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free win.
I've already done the other 2 so far, so hoping those hit.
But what else? They're not gonna have Chris Jones.
No.
Do you think this could be a Pacheco game?
I think it could be potentially a McKinnon game. I think he could be utilized a lot in the backfield.
Don't say
their
that.
Linebackers. I don't know how fast
Campbell.
Well, not just Campbell, but the Detroit linebackers in general are. I mean, the Chiefs are the best at putting mismatches in front, and if McKinnon's out there one-on-one against Jack Campbell, he's winning 9 times out of 10.
I think we're about to really see how freaking good the Detroit Lions are.
I just don't
especially
think they're
on
gonna
offense.
Stop anybody.
I was going to say, especially on offense. I mean, a lot of praise for rookie Sam Laporta.
Yup.
Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs. A lot of praise, a lot of hype around him. He's starting to get more hype than Bijan.
It's kind of wild, honestly.
I mean, I liked him as soon as I saw where he got drafted, and then they traded Swift. I was like, yeah, I'm all aboard that train.
It's weird how they signed Montgomery though. Like him and Swift had basically the same.
I don't know if they were worried about strength, like near the goal line or something. That's the only thing I see Montgomery like taking over on the offense is those goal line snaps.
I could agree. Still weird.
Who else who's their wide receiver too until Williams comes back? Is it Marvin?
Khalif Raymond.
Did Marvin Jones come back, or where's he?
No, I'm pretty sure he's still at the Jags.
Okay. Jags are stacked there. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Khalif Raymond is their number 2 right now.
Marvin Jones is back with Detroit.
All right now.
I mean, he's
He's
33,
not gonna.
but
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not gonna do anything.
not a bad season last year for being like the 4th option in the Jacksonville system. 46 catches, 530 and 3 TDs. But I mean, they're going to move the ball through the ground primarily, and then use Goff and Amon-Ra.
I agree.
Like I already said, I had Detroit winning that one. I don't know if is 4.5 even a good line to take for a Detroit?
No,
No,
you've lost all value if it's at this low of a line.
What did it open at? It tells me
7.5.
Was it 7?
Yeah, 7.5.
6.5, 7. Yep.
You just lost. I mean, you've lost all value, so it's not even. It's not worth it. It's better to play a live line on that game if you haven't played a line already.
I mean, how many points would you think? Unless you already know the answer, what it opened at over under? How many points do you think Kelsey's worth losing?
I think it's dropped from 54.5 to what? 52.5?
53.
So yeah, he's worth
1.5 points. I think that's
it's probably a little more, but
I mean that's a possession of scoring in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know about Kadarius Toney. You have Sky Moore as your wide receiver 1, then Marquez Valdez, and then probably that Rashee Rice kid.
Rashee Rice.
I mean, who else do they have? I think. Yeah, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney. I don't know his.
Richie James.
Isn't that the guy with the meme with on the Giants sideline?
Probably.
When he has his pants down below his butt, it looks like the trainer's giving him a good time.
So. Yes.
But yeah, just was gonna say it's best time of year. Throw up the Thursday night football over under and spread and talk about it for a second. We'll move on to Colts versus Jaguars. It's at home, Lucas Oil Stadium, 1 p.m. game. Jaguars are currently 5-point favorites, and the over under is a mere 45.5. Are you gonna watch this game?
Potentially.
How could
there's
you
some other 1 o'clock because there's some other 1 o'clock games that intrigue me more.
There are some
So that's the main thing. We've got 3 TVs. I mean, one of them's probably going to be Red Zone because you got to follow along.
Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, that Steelers-Niners game is going to be awesome.
And your
Saints. Don't even get me started, baby. We're starting off 1-0, 1-0 against the spread. It's coming.
We'll get to it. Because I agree.
But I don't know. It's going to be tough. I'm really worried about Richardson just because the wide receivers looked so bad in the preseason. I mean, I'm not going to say he was perfect, but he threw some nice passes. Just went right through hands.
I'll still get Alec Pierce. I won't let it go.
I mean, me neither, because I had money on the Colts in the preseason because I'm a moron.
I did too.
So,
I was thinking,
I know.
We got Anthony Richardson out the gate, Gardner Minshew to back him up, and then Sam Ehlinger in the 3rd string.
And guess what? They got Molly whipped. But I think they lose. I think the Jags probably cover. And I think Richardson has a solid game where he's probably got like 50, 60 rushing yards, but he's probably like 55% completion percentage for like 200 yards.
Yeah,
I have a feeling he's going to be pretty rough throwing the ball to start.
I'm not saying that he would have came, but like I want to know. Like I still think they should have went after another. Like just another guy who can go over the middle and catch a short yardage pass, like DeAndre Hopkins.
I don't know why they didn't pay anybody. I mean, they had salary cap room. They're not giving it to a running back. Jim Irsay'd rather save the whales, which I appreciate, Jim. Thank you very much.
You gotta save the whales, man.
You gotta save the whales.
But if you were a Colts fan, what would you look forward to? Like, what would you be looking for in this game?
I'd be looking for Richardson to make the right reads. I don't think it's going to happen every time, but if you can see him not just be a like what Jalen Hurts was like, where he was and how he's progressed. It's not like, hey, here's my first read. If he's not there, I'm taking off and running. I want it. It'd be awesome if you could see him say, "Oh, here's my first read, not there. Look at my second read. If not there, then I can run," kind of thing. I think that's important. It's going to be exciting to see how the running backs play behind the offensive line because it could be like the Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler situation where
Oh,
Eckler came in, took over, and Melvin Gordon sat out and then had to come back because Austin Eckler was dominating for us in fantasy, and then we lost all our momentum.
I just I don't see how you they brought sadly they did bring in Melvin Gordon for to talk.
That's not gonna happen.
I don't want that to happen. I don't care if I'm down to RB4. I don't want that. Um, Kareem Hunt's playing his cards correctly right now. He
I would
knows,
wait. If I was him, I'd wait until a contender.
but not just that. He knows that the Colts are in dire need of a running back, so he's gonna
Yeah,
ask for more money than he's probably worth to see if he can get it. And
you're
if all
right.
else fails, he'll just wait for, like you said, a contender. They did bring in James Robinson for a workout. I do like that one. Um,
Makes sense.
but I'm very concerned. Eagles game, first possession, the line was once again non-existent. With a rookie quarterback and no JT, you can't do that. Not game one. You can't let this guy get rattled early, or you're gonna go down. Next thing you know, it's 14-0.
I know.
No corners for on the Colts defense. Um, you let Stephon Gilmore go and don't replace him with anyone. You lose a guy for gambling. Don't replace him. I mean, you got rookies like Juju Brents. I'm excited to see him with his size and ability. But
Yup. I think he's gonna have some growing pains too,
correct.
but he's got a lot of potential.
He's just a little too skinny for me. But
Plus, he's an indie legend.
he is an indie legend. Shout out it. Where'd he go?
Warren.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say Warren, but I didn't want to. Thought it was LC, one of the Centrals. But
Dub C, baby.
like I said, I think I'm just excited to see him. I'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I'm excited to see when they do the RPO or they open the playbook more for him, and I want to see him do more running now that it's not preseason. Be smart running, but like I want to see that his athletic ability be showcased right out the gate. I just want to see it.
Yeah,
I'm not even
I
expecting
agree.
to win this game. I do think if there is a chance, it's only because it's at home with a brand new quarterback. I hope that the stadium would be somewhat packed with Colts fans. It's
They're gonna
lately
have.
have not. They've been road games, but
It's not gonna happen with the Jags. They don't have fans that travel.
so that's the only way I see the Colts covering is because it's at home. Momentum or not momentum, but new quarterback. Uh, but like you said, no wide receivers. That's not awful start for a rookie quarterback. Jelani
Yup.
Woods is on IR for the first 4 weeks. So we're rocking Mo Alley Cox for some reason still on the football team. Kylan Granson and Alec Ogletree, which I do like Granson and Ogletree, but I don't know. There's a lot of holes to fill. I mean, Shaq will probably be out after the second series with some injury.
Oh yeah, that's a lock.
So it's gonna be a rough year, but it's also gonna be a fun year as long as like you said, Richardson shows that he's progressing each week and showing that he can take care of the football and make the right reads. It's gonna be a fun year still. Whether we go
I agree.
4-13 or like I predicted, what was like 8-9,
I've
seven
got.
and
I
ten.
will say I've got the under on that one.
I mean, I took their over 6.5 for the season, but
I took the under 5.5.
yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. I'm excited to get back in the stadium and watch it. So
I agree. It'll be fun.
moving on to players to watch for the week. We're gonna list 2 players per person and just what you're looking forward to watch about that person. We'll move on after that. So we'll let you start. I think your first one was George
George
Pickens.
Pickens.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy speaks for himself. All he does is produce highlight catches. Not to mention, it's another year in the system. also another year with second-year quarterback Kenny Pickett, who it seems he's developed a very good relationship with. The dude's a human highlight reel. I was listening to this pod and they were talking about how he may go down with maybe the greatest NFL mixtape of all time, but he may not be the best receiver. He's just going to have insane practice, insane in-game catches that we're just going to talk about for the rest of our lives.
I
I'm
think
all in on George Pickens, and I'm all in on the Steelers. I think they win week 1. I'm riding Steel City, baby.
I do think that he might take that wide receiver one position.
I think him and Deontay both are going to have an awesome season. I wouldn't be shocked if they both are 1,000-yard receivers. The team have a lot of talent. Pickett looks awesome. My main worry for them is they've got Matt Canada as their offense coordinator still, who is doggy dookie.
Oh yeah, I mean, last year
Yeah,
it was funny watching all the
brutal,
memes.
brutal watch.
But no, this is OBJ in today's era. I mean, he's fun to watch.
He's a blast.
He just had that one ridiculous catch in preseason.
The one down the right sideline.
Yeah.
Oh, not to mention the one he had in practice over Joey Porter Jr. I mean, the dude's a freak.
He might be the highest praise coming from me for a wide receiver 2 position.
I love it.
I love it.
I'm very excited.
But mine first one will be Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
I mean, it kind of has to be. I mean, all you heard about for all summer was Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that, Jets Super Bowl. You're not a firm believer. You think third in the division.
I do.
But I just kind of want to see what he has left in the tank. At the end of last year, I was very skeptical. I thought he was going to retire. I didn't think he had much left in the tank. I know he battled injury, but he's getting fragile, old, and he still has some arm strength, and he's still top 10 quarterback in the league. So I guess, but pairing him with the defense and Garrett Wilson, I'm interested to see what he has. I mean, tough matchup right out the gate against Buffalo. So just that's one game I'll be watching for sure.
I'm excited to watch Rodgers.
I mean, it's a division game.
Yeah, Hard Knocks was a lot of fun this year. I don't remember who it was, but somebody wanted to have a charcuterie board, so they had to correct him on that, which I thought was pretty funny. Rodgers seems like he loves living in New York. He likes the spotlight. He likes being around other
happy.
famous people. Yeah, he looks fresh. He looks rejuvenated. I just don't know if I can buy into that offensive line.
Like I said, at the end of the year,
the Jets. It's just the Jets.
I kind of called it. Well, we'll find out this year, but I kind of called it with Russell Wilson. We both did. We're like, is he kind of washed? And then he went to Denver and it's like, is he washed?
Yeah.
So
it's the Jets. It's being a Jets-Mets fan. Like, you get your expectations up, and no matter how good your team is, they just shit on your expectations. They're just like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop this one on you. Might as well be a Giants fan.
What's a good year for Aaron Rodgers?
I think 10 wins, whether that's winning the division or winning the wild card. I think if they at least are making the wild card, I think if they win 10 games this year, that's a major step up. Their team's still really, really young, like really, really young. They've probably got 6 starters who are second or third years, maybe at most.
Yeah, especially on the defense.
Yeah, and then you've got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, offensive linemen. I mean, they're just a young team.
Now, what's a bad year? Obviously, just not making the playoffs. Bad year.
Yeah, I think it's playoffs or bust for them. Not Super Bowl, but playoffs.
I'm interested to see how many if he said he would come back and play more than just 1 year. I wonder what will solidify him to come back another year. Is it making the playoffs, or is it making it to the AFC Conference Championship game, or possible MVP? I think he's done after this year. I don't know. I think
it's the money.
He took pay cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he took a massive pay cut this year to get it all back next year in a signing bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's coming back for at least one more year.
Gotcha. All right, and your next player was the man, the myth himself, Lamar Jackson.
God damn it. I hate to say this, but I'm just in on every single AFC North team besides the Browns. So it's like I'm really excited to watch Lamar because he's coming back off of an injury season, and I think the Ravens have a ton of talent. They're finally investing around him, which is awesome. I really, really like Todd Monken. That dude's an elite offensive coordinator. I'm excited to see how they utilize him. I think he's going to be used in the passing game a lot more, which is what I'm most excited to watch.
I think that division is the best division in football as a spectator to watch the game.
It's I mean, it's a gauntlet in there. That was the only reason I hesitated picking the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, they have legit wars for 6 weeks minimum.
Right. I mean, not even, I mean, yeah, minimum, because the AFC in general is a gauntlet.
Exactly.
I mean, the AFC East has debatably, it's the same as the AFC North. 3 to 4 teams that are just possible playoff teams. I mean, New England's, I mean, they just have Bill Belichick. I mean, no one can count them out. So, but just like the Browns, I mean, they have talent, but I don't know, Stefanski, I don't know if what he has in store for them. He's kind of on the hot seat, but Lamar, like you said, finally pieces around him, weapons especially. He has weapons he can push the ball downfield more too.
That's what I love.
He hasn't really been able to do that since losing Hollywood Brown.
I don't even know if Hollywood Brown was that good though. Like, are we sure he was? I mean, the fact that they got him for a first round pick, like that's a legitimate steal. I think I'd rather have Zay Flowers 10 times out of 10.
I saw that clip of Hollywood Brown in practice and he couldn't get separation. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, he tried zigzagging his way.
But I'm just not shocked.
And he couldn't get open.
He was never that good to begin with. Like, he had a great. Being in Lincoln Riley's system just makes you look way more OP than you really are.
Baker.
Yep.
Who else?
Kyler.
I mean, he's still good.
Yeah. I mean, and Hurts at the time. Hurts at the time couldn't throw the ball before he went to Lincoln Riley's system.
Now look at him.
Which, this is just going to be a little off topic, but I don't know if you saw this. Steven Ruiz for the Ringer put out his weekly quarterback rankings. Just guess where he had Hurts. This one I could not agree with, but yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, behind Dak Prescott.
Oh, and Matthew Stafford.
And Aaron Rodgers.
Like, come on, dude. After last year, he's at least got to be top 7 minimum.
You saw where I had him. I had what, third, fourth?
Yes.
I mean, I love him.
I know you do.
I loved him out of college. But and then my last one for the players to watch, of course, week 1, rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson. I already talked about it. I'm not going to talk about it much more. Just want to see what he has in store. All that raw talent. That's all I want to see. I just want to sit back and be like, I have something to look forward to as a Colts fan.
I get that. I think he's going to be something that's fresh for them that they're going to like.
He's young.
Plus, he's got the voice of God, so.
He's young, fast, athletic, cannon for an arm. Now, if Steichen can do what he did with Hurts, I'm all in.
If it doesn't work, he will take over Morgan Freeman's job as being a narrator.
I mean, if it doesn't work, the Colts are literally starting from the bottom again. I mean, if he doesn't work, I don't know if I can, what I'm going to do. I mean, you're going to fire Ballard. You start trading everybody, and now I have to watch bullshit football for at least 4 years. How many years do you give Richardson before you call him? He's done.
3. I think everybody now it's 3 for the rookie quarterbacks.
I was going to say, you can't, 1's not enough anymore.
I think it's 3.
Not in today's league when the talent is just obscured. But, yeah, that's the players to watch. Anthony Richardson, George Pickens, A-Rod, and Lamar Jackson. Big tros.
Let's do it.
Big tros. Game of the week. I think we talked about this before we started, that we came to the conclusion that we did not want to keep talking about the Jets for as much as the Jets have been in the news. So we picked Pittsburgh Steelers versus the 49ers in Pittsburgh, 1 p.m. 49ers, 2.5-point favorites, over under 41. Real quick, when did they go away from Heinz Field?
Last year, Accenture, or however you say it, They left Heinz Field last year. It doesn't sound right, does it?
No, I was making these banners for these
Overlay.
overlays, and I looked up the where it was at, and it says whatever Acrisure Stadium,
Sure, however you say it. Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
real
like,
bad.
where is that? A neutral site? And then it says Pittsburgh. I was like, College Stadium? I'm like, where's Heinz Field at? Like, I'm kind of devastated. Like,
It
a
is fucked.
staple to the NFL is gone.
It is pretty fucked. I mean, yeah, it's like when we lose Gillette. Like, it's just not right.
It's like, are they going to get rid of the terrible towel next?
Yep. But
But
yeah,
let's talk about this game.
Bosa's back. Big news today. Bosa signed
Huge
the
news. If they don't have
Bosa
him,
signed
they're not winning.
yeah, the biggest contract as a defensive player in NFL history.
Deserving. In my
Probably
opinion.
deserved. It is
Yeah.
probably deserved. Been very, very healthy. I really like the dude. Fun guy to watch. Go Bucks. Um,
You
I think
said
I'm on the Steelers. Yeah, I think I'm on the Steelers. I don't know. I bought into the Kenny Pickett hype. Mike Tomlin, 2 years in a row as an underdog, has won week 1. Last year they went into Cincinnati and beat them. They had multiple blocked kicks, found a way to win. They forced like 4 turnovers and still only won by 3 points. And then the year before that, they blocked like 2 punts against the Bills and beat them week 1 in Pittsburgh. I think Tomlin is probably the second best coach in the league right now in terms of just getting his guys ready to play,
right.
if not the best. And giving him an entire 2 months to prepare for a team. I mean, he's going to have those guys ready. He's going to know everything that's coming.
So is Shanahan.
I don't know
love
if he's
Shanahan.
as much. I think he's a good coach, but I don't know if he's as much of a like, let's get everybody rolling. Plus, they have a new defensive coordinator who's outside the system. Like they didn't promote within. It's a new guy they brought in. So how well is he going to adjust, or is he going to make the players adjust to his system? It's just all the makings of the world. I mean, Brock Purdy. They've talked about potentially a pitch count. They've talked about potentially like how good is his elbow. Should they play Sam Darnold?
You put him on a
I
pitch
think it's
count, I'm hammering the under.
I mean, at 41, it already seems like it should be a lock. I don't know how either team is going to score on each other, but
Well, here's my thing. Pittsburgh Steelers win, in my opinion, due to one thing. If Kenny Pickett is the real deal. If he can move the ball, they'll win. Because if not, they're not running the football on the 49ers. There's just no way. Not with the addition of Hargrave. Right? Hargrave?
yeah, Javon Hargrave.
Armstead, and now Bosa's back. I mean, that line better block for Kenny Pickett, too.
Not to mention Greenlaw and Fred Warner.
Yeah.
They're not going to run the ball. I think they win. If they win the turnover battle, they win the game.
Yep, absolutely. I agree.
By 2, especially. Like if they have
two defenses like that, you mean,
yeah,
that's what it comes down to, in my opinion.
Yep, agree.
But like I said, I would hit the under if I was going to pick either of these lines, but I would not mind taking a Steelers flyer on them to win.
I think it's worth a shot.
Because I do think Tomlin is at the top of the head coaching list. Because,
yep.
I mean, how many seasons in a row, like a 500 or better, did
18.
that get? Yeah, I mean, give the guy his flowers.
He's insane.
I mean, shit. He's willing to go out there and he's willing to trip somebody for the win.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I agree. But 2 defenses, that's what the best part's gonna be. I mean, I usually like high scoring football and offenses at work, but like those 2 defenses are fun to watch.
It's gonna be a battle.
Too bad I will not be watching it.
Go Colts.
Go Colts. Now I might leave at halftime and go watch the rest of that game. But yep,
How can we leave?
That's the game of the week. So now we'll do some predictions here. Let's see here. Let's throw up the schedule. Well, before we do FanDuel, go look at the odds on FanDuel. We'll go through the schedule, predict whether they are going to win or lose. If we want, we can brief talk about it. But first game, Lions Chiefs. You probably have the Chiefs.
At 4.5, I would say that's a better pick.
You don't think the Lions money line?
No.
This is just win or lose. So
Oh yeah, the Chiefs.
Chiefs. All right. Panthers Falcons.
Falcons.
I agree. Weird thing is how good really are Panthers wide receivers real quick?
I think they're gonna be. I think the Panthers may win 4 games this year. They have no offensive line. They've got no weapons. And Brian Burns is not coming back until they pay him.
Their weapons are outdated.
They're bad.
I mean, Hayden Hurst outdated.
Didn't Thielen just get hurt?
Not quite sure. I don't think I saw that, but I wouldn't doubt it. DJ Chark. I mean, when's the last time you heard something good about him? Then Miles Sanders is their bright spot. I mean, and he's gonna get hurt by week 4.
Yup.
Go Chuba.
I've got him drafted.
Texans Ravens, not even a question.
Yeah, Ravens.
Bengals Browns. This could be a good game.
Bengals.
I
wouldn't be shocked if the Browns win, but I'm just gonna say Bengals for my Super Bowl.
What's the latest
pick.
on Burrow?
He's playing.
Okay, I'm gonna say Bengals.
He practiced this week. He said I'm expected to play. He said today, I believe I'm good to go. I expect to play on Sunday.
Jaguars Colts.
Jags.
Buccaneers Vikings.
Vikings.
Is there any chance you give the Buccaneers?
No.
Is it because it's Baker?
Yes.
Okay. Titans Saints. I say Saints.
Yep. Saints -2. Lock it in, fellas.
49ers Steelers.
Steelers.
Now this is not for money. Are you still picking the Steelers?
I am.
Okay. I mean, that one's a tough one for me. I'm gonna ride you right there. No homo. I'm gonna ride you right there. Can I say that?
When you just say pause, have you seen all those? Have you the Justin Fields meme? I had this 300-pound man come on my back. Pause.
Cardinals Commanders by a million.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's saying something.
I know, it's so bad.
This one's gonna be a good game. Packers Bears. I have the Packers.
I bought it all in under the Jordan.
They are on the road.
Yeah, I don't care. Packers.
Is it Rodgers owns the Bears or do the Packers own the Bears? We're about to find out on Sunday.
I think it's like that thing where you just accumulate whatever someone else had. If they had dead bodies in your backyard, you buy a house, there's still dead bodies in your backyard.
Raiders Broncos. I say Broncos. I think Sean Payton comes out week 1 and gives it his all.
I agree, Broncos.
So, real quick, I didn't quite get to catch what was said, but what did Sean Payton say to Russ Wilson?
Oh, he basically said stop going out there and kissing babies and just be a quarterback. And stop caring about your public image so much. Just be a player. It wasn't anything major. I mean, it was more so of like John's just telling him, shut the fuck up. Get the fucking line.
I mean, is he wrong, though?
No, he's not wrong. I think he's just trying to preach that everybody is on the same level in the Broncos. Russ is not above.
Right. Dolphins Chargers, another great game.
Is it in Miami?
It's in, well, does it matter?
Oh, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
But it's technically in LA.
I would probably take the Chargers.
I've been seeing a lot of people on the Chargers. Week 1, while everyone's healthy, I'm also going to take the Chargers. Eagles Patriots. Not even a question. Don't even think. Second guess yourself.
Eagles.
Yes. Seahawks Rams. Seahawks.
Yep.
Cowboys Giants. Great game for Sunday Night Football. I love division
Cowboys.
games week 1. Just love them.
I do too. I say the Cowboys.
I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think logically. Not that it's not logical, but I I think there's just too much uncertainty with that Giants offense for me to take the Giants too.
That's
So
fair.
I just can we trust Danny Dimes week 1 after the contract?
He got the bag.
Yeah, but was he worthy of the bag? That's the big question. Um, trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cowboys with you. Think that defense is gonna be able to eat them alive. The Giants did upgrade their weapons, but I still don't think it's gonna be enough for them against the Cowboys.
Agree.
Bills Jets. You're gonna have the Bills,
I think I'm taking the Bills. Yeah.
and I would take the Jets.
Are the Bills favored in that game? I can't remember.
Think so.
I thought they were like 2 or 3 point favorites, but I can't remember.
Check. They are 2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
So they must know something. On the road, Monday Night Football. Are the lights going to be too bright for Aaron Rodgers?
I think it all depends on that pass rush from the Bills. How much did Greg Rousseau improve from second year to third year?
Imagine being those young players on the Jets. You bring in Rodgers, and all your expectations and the pressure is just elevated through
Yeah,
the ceiling.
that would stress me the fuck out.
I'm going to take the Bills.
Thank you.
So that's we'll run through them real quick. Okay, you gotta help me here. Lions, Chiefs. I mean, I put money on the Lions.
It's the Chiefs.
Now I look like I'm contradicting myself. What makes you so certain?
It's Pat Mahomes, dude.
You gotta have something else.
I don't though. It's Pat Mahomes. Like what? It's like Brady. You just said no matter what, Brady is going to win 12 games in an NFL season. It just happens.
Yeah, just like Peyton Manning did it.
Yeah, it's just Peyton didn't win the Super Bowls. Pat's already got 2.
You know what? Enough. I'll do the Chiefs. If I was not a betting man, I would do the Chiefs. But if I was a betting man, for all you degenerates out there, it's the Lions.
Alrighty.
All right, so there's the schedule prediction. Now we'll have some real fun here. I'm gonna go look at. Have you looked a lot at all these lines and stuff?
For the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Now it's saying the line's back up to 5.5 for
the game.
Yeah, for the game. We'll just take this time to talk about what plays we kind of like. Now these don't have to be set in stone. I can tweet out or something about something being set in stone, but just because this is Wednesday, so there's probably 2 more practices left for the teams who play on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
walkthroughs.
Yeah, we'll just talk about what lines intrigue us or money lines, and I haven't really looked at player props, so we can talk about player props if you want for the first game tomorrow because they've already been released. For mine, I do like Pacheco rushing yards at 51
I agree there.
and a half. I
like Gibbs over receptions, 3.5.
Do like Gibbs over receptions, 3.5. Like we already just talked about it. Who else are they going to throw the ball to besides Amon-Ra? Maybe Sam Laporta. I can't trust Marvin Jones. I mean, his line's at 25 yards.
If Travis Kelce doesn't play, I like Pat Mahomes rushing yards. I think it's at 18 right now.
The magician going to be at work on the ground.
Yep.
It is 17 and a half.
He does whatever it takes to win.
I still think he can hit that even if he plays.
I agree.
I just think it's less likely because just like that preseason play I talked about last week. He booted out wide, could have ran it, and then somehow Travis Kelce and him are just
on sync.
Yeah, he's just running around aimlessly and he just throws it to him. But for player props, that's what I have. I've already locked in my Lions money line plus 200. If we were looking at spread at 5.5, I think I would, if I was a spread better, I'd probably have to do the Chiefs. Because if the Chiefs are going to win, it's going to be by a touchdown.
I agree.
The over, that's 26 to 27, each. Right in the middle. That's a lot of points.
These defenses are both just awful.
Yeah, especially
They're both
without
just
without
bad.
Jones.
Yeah.
And Detroit is you don't. They added a couple pieces that you want to see before you think they're good at defense or not. But
Exactly.
yep. All right. Let's talk about. That's the main page. All right. Is there any games that you've seen recently that catch your eye? I think as a
Uh,
better, the Steelers money line.
I've already said the Steelers. We've kind of already gone over them a couple times. Beyond the Steelers, I really like the Packers.
Let's see here.
As discussed, I think they're going to beat the Bears. I think I've bought completely into the Jordan Love train. I've bought
I do like
might
that.
I might own a nice condo on Jordan Love Island, so we'll have to see how he does. But I might own a quite a bit of real estate. So I've got the Packers to win the division. I've got them to make the playoffs. I've got them over 8.5 wins. I think this team is really talented. That's one that I like.
Now that I'm looking at the lines aside from the schedule, just picking who's winning or losing, I think I like the Raiders +4.
They're so bad and talent wise compared to the Broncos.
True. But for some reason, the 4
Especially if
is.
Judy's practicing again.
Yeah, he was limited today. He's in hopes that he can play on Sunday.
I mean, that's insane.
But we'll come back to that game. I like the Saints. That's -158. Those are decent odds for a 3-point favorite at home.
I like the Saints -3 too. You're gonna find out a lot about the Titans week 1. If they come out, I think if they come out and play well, I think they win the division. They were a game away from winning the division last year and almost beat the Jaguars with a quarterback who showed up 7 days before the game.
So you like the -3?
I do like the -3.
Okay.
I think the Saints have a better team.
Let's see. Do we like the Vikings -6? Is that a teaser?
Teaser.
Okay,
Which is the
we'll
problem.
We'll talk about a teaser in a second.
Putting Kirk Cousins in
Never
a
works.
tease. Oh, it's so bad.
We're gonna fall into the trap week 1 and then never do it again.
No, I'm still gonna fall. Dude, teases.
They always give him the best line.
They're so.
They know we're itching for it.
Seahawks, Commanders, Vikings. Who blows that tease? Nobody.
That is the teaser. It should hit. And both teams are gonna lose.
I'm gonna be locking that in, and there's no way it should miss. And then I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna wake up. Yup, all 3 lost. Like, okay.
If you had a long shot underdog to win, meaning
what do you classify?
3 or more, 3-point underdogs or more. Well, no, let's do 5.
There's a lot of close.
4.5
or more.
4.5 because Colts are on there in case you want to throw them in there.
Would you consider the Patriots at +180?
A lot of people are on them.
That's who I would probably say. I would say probably the Patriots at +180, Giants at +152, and the Dolphins at +140. Those are probably the 3 best underdogs of 3 points or more.
Am I stupid for thinking the Panthers are eligible?
No, I don't think you're stupid. I don't buy to Desmond Ridder, but
that's the only reason why I thought that.
Yeah, I explained earlier that I think the Panthers may be one of the worst 3 teams in the league, so I'm just gonna can't just go ahead and have them win week 1.
The Buccaneers could do it just because it's Kirk.
I agree. It's gonna be a 1:00 though. He kind of owns 1:00 on Sundays.
As much as everyone, and you just said the Patriots, I just can't get past Mac Jones against the Eagles defense.
It's all based.
Are you in on Mac Jones, Corbin? Are you in on it?
No, I'm not.
Me neither. I mean, wide receivers, Juju Smith-Schuster. The dude just was talking about last season that the reason why the Chiefs won the Super Bowl is because of Call of Duty. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he came out and says, yeah, me, Travis, and Patrick Mahomes, we won the Super Bowl because we bonded over Call of Duty.
Oh, I did hear that.
I was like, no, you won because you have Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. Patty, baby.
Yeah, there's week ones are always sketchy, man. I'm looking at this. I'm like,
I know.
Raiders are eligible. Well, who's to say Russ Wilson is going out there and throw 3 picks? I mean, in reality. But no, I think you can win some good money this week, though. With the
I
Packers,
agree.
the
I
Dolphins are
think
a
there's a
good
couple
team.
dogs.
I mean, shit, the Giants could win on Sunday night.
That's what I'm saying. I think there's multiple dogs.
Now, I might be a dumb better, but if I have an electric fucking 1 through 4 p.m. games, I'll sprinkle on the Giants. I will. I'll
I will.
sprinkle. I mean, no one's going to tell me not to.
There's nothing like betting on Sunday Night Football after you lost all your money on Sunday day games,
No,
though.
the worst is losing
I
all
gotta
your
catch.
money on the
I gotta
1 4 and then
I
deposit
gotta
and try to
chase.
chase it back.
I gotta chase.
And then you go into Monday and you have to deposit them again.
And then it restarts the cycle on Thursday.
Oh, it's funny.
I love betting.
All right, real quick, let's run down our favorites again. Steelers.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a teaser. Steelers, Packers, and the Saints.
-3.
-3. Do we? We're staying away from the Chargers.
I would say away, yes.
Okay, so those are our top 3 money line / spreads. Now we'll do a quick old teaser. We already know the first team in it. What's the rule of thumb? Is it 3? 3's the rule of thumb?
3, yeah.
Okay, so
3 team tees.
I mean, Kirko Cousins.
You're drinking my cup, Kirk.
Let's see here. Are the Seahawks?
I think it's the Seahawks.
Seahawks, and what was our other team?
The Commanders.
The Commanders. Yep. I mean, who doesn't lose that? Like you
Or
said.
as my guy Joe House says, the C words.
Look at the over under on that game. 38.5. It's all 38. The Commanders.
It's so bad.
Who's the quarterback for the Cardinals? Did they come out and
They
say?
officially announced Josh Dobbs.
Oh, Joshua, who
I
got
know,
traded during camp.
I wish it would have been Clayton Tune.
Trying to make sure there's no one else that we can throw in here, just in case you don't like a team. Always resort back. Colts plus 4.5. Crank them to 11.5. Who says no? I do.
We're sticking with 3. 3 team teams.
That's the only 3 you can put in.
Plus odds right there.
Yep. Let's see, what is it? What do we tease it to? Oh, just 6. Yeah, plus 140. Go put your mortgage on that, fellas. It's a winner.
I agree.
All right, that's enough for that one. I do have our fantasy. The problem is there's just not much to look at. I guess we could look at the matchup real quick. Let's talk.
I don't know. It's so hard to say with fantasy because there's literally nothing that's happened yet.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that one.
We'll wait until next week to discuss our fantasy team.
We'll talk about wins, losses, waiver additional ads we're looking at. So we'll skip there. Look at the thumbnail. It's my face. Crop down Bill Belichick and put my face in there. God
damn it.
All right. And the last segment today is Millionaire Laque.
This sounds stressful.
It is a version of, let's see, make sure all my stuff's fixed here. Millionaire Laque is basically Who Wants to Be a Millionaire football edition, with you answering the questions, me giving you the questions. You do have a 50-50 shot here.
Okay.
Meaning you have 2 lines of 50-50. If you come in trouble, you can cancel one out. We'll give you 50-50 shot, as you know, and you will try to answer it. We'll work up. I'll throw up the slide right now. I'll read the question. Start at 100, 500,000, 2,000, 4,000, 16,000, 25,000, 100,000, 500,000, and the 1 million. Yes, there is quite a bit of questions here. But please, for the love of God, get the first one right.
Let's hear it.
Who did the Packers play in the first ever Super Bowl? A, the Chiefs. B, the Jets. C, Oakland. D, Browns.
Was it the Jets?
Are you locking in the Jets?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't even remember the answer. Let me take a quick peek real quick.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Jets. I don't think the Browns were an NFL team back then.
Oh, hold up.
And I don't think the Raiders were either.
All right, so you're locking in the Jets.
Yeah.
The correct answer is the Chiefs.
Oh, all right. I lost. God damn it, Chris.
All right.
When did Joe Naismith win? Like the third Super Bowl? Fucking A. God damn it. I hate this game already.
That's right, man. Who? Joe Naismith?
Yeah. Didn't they beat the Colts in like the third Super Bowl? Super Bowl 3. Super Bowl 3. The Jets beat the Colts. Yeah.
Just 2 Super Bowls off.
Fucking bastards.
Well, you'll get another shot. The next time we'll just move the question 500 to 100 and move them all down.
The Raiders were already a team back then? Wow. God, I did not know this.
It's all right. It's all right. You'll get another chance.
I'll get another chance. Well, I'll win next week.
All right. That's it. This was a longer one than last week, but 57 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So crank that one out. I'll try to have it posted tomorrow before like around noon. So
that's cool. Whenever. Take your time, brother.
All right, man. As always, it was a pleasure.
Of course, you know the deal.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you, brother.